We sitting here with Mass, goddamn.
Mass, the massive. You know, I had to do. So let's explain that off the rip. So
Yeah.
everybody know I'm Mass, right?
Uh-huh.
But you know, with this new algorithm shit going on, you got to make sure you stand alone.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to like, you know what I mean, coin your phrase and then that's your shit because there's so many motherfuckers trying to duplicate it. You know what I mean? It's just a millions of versions of everything.
Yeah,
So to be the one and only, you got to put the V on it, my nigga.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So I'm a
Mass.
massive, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Machiavelli always saying something vicious.
Yes, sir.
Factory work. What's good with you,
Absolutely.
brother?
Man, shit, everything
How you
good,
live? How
man.
you feel?
So much run to do something, man. You know.
Right, facts.
But
It's a lot
yeah,
going
man.
on. It's a lot going on out here.
Yeah, man. So look, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on on social media and all the rest of that, man. So first, I want to
Okay.
start off right here, man. Let's start off from the top.
What's up, bro,
You
bro?
said Machiavelli, man. So you was
Yeah.
close with Pac.
So look, bro, this is the realest way I could break it down, right? So when I was 10 years old, that's when Pac died, right? I was just a kid from San Diego that loved him, right? Looked up to him, listened to every word he said, I mean, studied his doctrine. I mean, but from the moment he died, when I was 10, I was like, I gotta do this. And when I made that, you know what I mean, that vow, literally, everybody who loved him found me. Literally, some way, somehow, our paths crossed ever since I made that vow when
So
he
you
died.
didn't mess with digital underground
Absolutely,
up in
by
there.
16 years old. So we talking about, so we can do it by ages, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm 10 years old when Tupac died in 1996. By 2003, I'm 16 years old. I'm getting discovered by Shock G.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So 6 years.
Okay, okay. So how did you cross paths with Dr. Dre?
That was on my bucket list. That was one of the things that, like, if anybody knew me as a kid, it was always like, yo, I gotta work with Dre because he's the elite from the West Coast that I'm from. He's the elite one. And I remember, even though Pac didn't like him towards the end of his life and career, I heard Pac saying some great things about Dre, like, yo, Dr. Dre's like the ultimate place you want to get to sonically, coming from the West Coast.
So that
So
was that was Pac and Dre's beef because like when Dre left Death Row and all the rest of that stuff around that
yeah,
time.
man, look, it was a lot going on during them times, but for sure that was a part of it. Him leaving Death Row, him not being there for Snoop Dogg in his trial. I know that was a big part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like there was underlying things too that get overlooked as well that maybe a lot of people don't know about, and that being more like the spiritual side of things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Because you know Pac was a God fearing man, right? He felt like he was God's son. He felt like he was Black Jesus.
yeah.
So that doesn't necessarily align with the morals and principles of the music industry, right? Okay. So we'll leave that right there. You know what I'm saying? But back to Shock G though. By 16 years old, I'm getting discovered. My brother-in-law ended up knowing them guys and told me I had 1 year to get ready, which was not significant to me because as a young teen growing up, I had no idea about Digital Underground. I just knew Tupac.
Yeah.
I didn't know where he came from and none of that. You know what I mean? I didn't go that deep into it just yet. I was just all into the music. Then one day, about 6 months before I met these guys, my OG, Mike G, he pretty much sat me down in his crib and he showed me Thug Angel DVD. It's a documentary, and it was starring prominently Shock G. And when I
Okay.
heard the full story, and I'm like, oh snap, I'm about to meet these guys, and I really understood what God was doing
Yeah.
at that time. Like he's putting me in position to do exactly what I said I was gonna do. So be careful what you say. You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you talk out your mouth because the tongue's so powerful. We don't give our words enough credence, right? When you say something out your mouth, the universe is trying to figure out how we can make that thing accurate. That's why our rap lyrics and all that shit is so deep, so powerful. You understand?
Yeah.
We speak so much negativity in our rap lyrics and wonder why our lives get consumed by that shit.
Yeah.
Tongue is powerful. Facts.
No, that's real shit.
Facts,
That's
brother.
real shit.
Yes, sir.
So around the time when around the time when you met Dre, what year was that?
I met Dre. So if I met Shock G in '03, I met Dr. Dre August 1st, 2005.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
How was that? How was that interaction? Was y'all like? Did you get introduced to him like through the streets, or he found the music, or how was that?
Nah, so once again, when you manifest and stuff, you know what I mean, be ready for how it's gonna come. So I was living in LA that whole time since 2003, and I ended up finding out in '05 that he was 5 minutes away the whole time, walking distance from my crib. He had a gym, a private gym. And so later on, I found out he opened up another gym across the street, which was a public one. So I went, got a job at the public gym, where first I got a membership. I was the youngest member in the gym. You know what I mean? And then I went and got a job there. They liked me, hired me. And then they was like, yo, Dre usually be here, but he didn't come like the whole, like first 6 months I was working there. I never seen him. And then one day he just popped up and I got to meet him in front of the spot, introduced myself, and then we just had a cordial, what's up relationship. And then as time went by, he got more comfortable with me. And then he called me one day in the gym. I was rapping 300 bars by game. And then the next morning he was on me. It was over from there. He was like, nigga, this nigga's a hip hop head. Everybody in the gym like, this nigga know this nigga? And yeah, from there, it got crazy.
So you took part in the 300 bars of running with the game.
No. Not so I'm the type of nigga I can hear a song one time. I don't give a fuck. It's 15 minutes, 5 minutes. I hear it one time and I can then recite the shit bar for bar, cadence and all, doing the voice, like, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
I'm a good like voice mimic and whatnot. You know what I mean? Before AI, nigga, I was the first AI. Feel me? I'm you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Dre heard me do that shit, and then the next morning he was just on me like, nigga, you knew everything on the radio last night. And he just really wanted to pick my brain and like share shit he's working on and all that. And then went another like month or so before I even told him I did any music. I just built a relationship, like DJ Quick told me to do. See, that was a cheat code. Shock G took me to DJ Quick when I was 16. And I helped him do a beat, like a bass line. Me, him, and Shock G put this little beat together. And he was so impressed. The fact that I was 16, he was like, nigga, hold on. Everybody was going to the store. He was like, hold on, nigga. You gonna know Dr. Dre. I was like, what? And he just gave me all the game. And he just told me all kind of dope shit. So shout out to DJ Quick, you know what I mean? Good nigga right there.
So how did it come to you ghostwriting for Game? You ghostwrite for Game, right? Or
Yeah, for sure.
accurate or
Absolutely accurate.
no?
Which blew my mind because, you know, our whole game very high, you know what I mean, on the West Coast top tier MC list. Because documentary was very inspirational, you know what I mean? And, you know, he was working with Dre, like everything about what he was doing had me salivating at the mouth, like, damn, pause. Like, damn, this shit, I need to be involved in this shit, relax. I need to be involved in this shit, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? But nah, so I met Game a couple of times. I never liked the guy. Never liked the guy. Okay?
Was you too arrogant or something?
Yeah, bro. It's like, bro, one time, listen, I'm not gonna tell you no lie. We sit in the mall, Fox Hills Mall, a black lady and her kid, he probably be like 10 years old. I got a 9-year-old, so you know what I mean? I correlate this shit easily. But, you know, they walk up to him asking for an autograph or a picture, whatever. I don't know if it was in picture time or autograph time. It's probably picture time with a camera phone, right?
Yeah.
Can we get a picture? Yeah, it was a picture. Can we get a picture? He's like, I ain't doing no pictures right now. Straight screamed on the lady and the kid. She's like, and look, the look on her face made him feel like this big. So he was like, all right, hurry up real quick. Right? So now she's fumbling with her phone trying to hurry up and get it, right? She's still fumbling because she's shaking to death because of how he treating her right now, right? So I'm literally looking like, this is crazy. Because my boy's right there trying to give him his CD. I'm just looking at the niggas. I already met him before at the West Coast Peace Conference. This is my second time seeing him. So this the second time now. The second time you on some arrogant shit. Second time, you know, I'm like, all right, I don't really like this guy. But anywho, the lady, she says, oh, never mind. It feels stupid again. He like, nah. Take your time, go ahead, take the picture. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, I am being an asshole. You feel me? Like, he had to acknowledge it himself, like, damn, I got this lady shaking and shit. Yeah. And then she just abandoned the whole mission. She think I'm finna swing on her or something. I'm just like, oh, no, I don't like this guy. So, fast forward, a mutual friend of ours who's a producer, I ain't seen him since I was about 16 years old. This guy's been working with Game last 2 albums. And he finally found me on Instagram. He see I'm working with Dr. Dre, which is his dream. So he reached out to me like, bro, let's get together. We got to put it together. So I bring him to Dre's studio. He invites Game. Game calls Dre like, how's this guy got access to your studio? Dre tells him, it's my boy Mass. So he pulls up thinking it's another guy. When he pulls up and sees it's me, he's like, I don't know this nigga. So I'm like, yo, play Game what I've been doing for Dre. So after we play it, he basically says something like, you gonna keep it rolling? All right. Yeah, so basically the guy's like, can you help me write my album? I said, what? Blew and threw me all the way off. Like, this guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Arrogance, Mr. Rap God? Like, oh shit.
So which album was it? Which album did
He was working on, he hadn't even started working on Drillmatic yet.
Okay.
This is the last album he dropped.
Okay.
Drillmatic Heart versus Mine.
Yeah.
All right, so he hadn't dropped it yet. So he was like ice cold.
Okay.
You hear me? Ice cold. So I jump started that album. That day, I wrote 3 songs for him. And then he invited Moray to the studio, and we did a record too. You got me? So from there, he invited me to his crib on my birthday. It was the next time I seen him was on my birthday that year, which you can reference it with whenever my nigga Gonzo died, R.I.P. Because my nigga So Fine, R.I.P., put me on the FaceTime with him on my birthday. We had a little altercation, and then from there, we got the call to go to Game's house. So that was my birthday.
Okay.
So from there, I wrote hella records with his other ghostwriter, Chiller. You know what I mean? It's a cat from Ohio. You know what I mean? Cool cat. But yeah, man, the dude don't write his shit, bro. I'm just like, the arrogance in some niggas. Cause the way he pops shit, the way he engaged in beefs, and you know what I mean? It's like all WWE, bro. It's like when you lift the curtain behind all this hip hop shit, see what's really going on. If you light it up, if you light it up. If you lift the curtain up, nigga, you gonna see this shit fictional. You know what I mean? DuckTales. We could have hit it, bro. Yeah, it's all love. It's family here, y'all. This is how we do it.
Yeah, you already know. We want to make sure we interview all battery time and all that.
Yeah, come on.
But yeah, so
Get to what you want to get to. I already know what you want to get to, nigga.
look, hey, I just want to make sure that we touch on everything, man. So we don't leave, the fans and no confusion.
Nah, you touching on some great shit.
You know how the internet will do, bro. Like the internet will see some shit and then just drive with it without knowing the whole story. You feel me? So that's why I wanted to start from the beginning. Touch a little bit here, touch a little bit there. So you was working with Game, you helped him. You wrote 3 songs for him. So did he ever give you any credit for?
No, that was the beginning of it. I ended up writing them. So Game just like to go on automatic.
Okay.
A million songs in the studio, right? So one day I'm laughing with my boy like, damn, nigga, Game's a machine. He's doing it. He just say, pull up another one. He said, nigga, you would too if you wasn't writing that shit. Yeah. I just died laughing like, you got a point. I ain't think about that. Easy to be a machine when you're not the machine. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
Okay.
So the credit. So it's one song that he tried to give me credit on because my actual voice is on the record and he can't even deny giving me my credit. So he never gave me no other credits other than this song, right? But then he gave me inaccurate credits. And then what he did was, after I left and did a beautiful job, he brought another nigga in just so he can get some credits too and put him over my voice. The shit I wrote, the shit I put down. So it was like, interesting. And then he didn't credit me accurately. But then I'm still the prominent voice you hear. It's like, this is weird. How do I feel about this? But it's a feature with YG. It's a song called Outside. And originally we was trying to send it to Kendrick, and that's when I first knew there was something there. Because we specifically put Kendrick's name in the verse for Game, and then YG hopped on the record. I'm like, where's Kendrick? It was right around the time he was about to drop Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
So he was cooking, but he just wasn't cooking with him. We all know what that's about, the 100 song. You brought Drake to Compton to diss a nigga, and it's all like, come on, bro. Niggas be playing stupid like they don't know the rhythm of what's going on, but
Okay.
that's the rhythm of what's going on, brother.
So going off of that, man, shit. How did you and Dre end up here? Like where we at today, man?
It's a lot of different layers to that question, bro, but to get to the meat and potatoes of it, once you peel the layers back, me and him, we was good friends in our early relationship when I was a teenager. I didn't know no better. Then I came back. I left for 13 years in 2007. He let me finally go to the studio, and then I never went back to LA again. I was 21. So from 19 to 21, great relationship. I disappeared. I came back at 33 in 2020 when 50 got his star, and we linked back up, and then we started making music. It was like the beginning of COVID. So I was just sending records every day. One day he's like, man, pull up. I pull up. The rest was history from there. We made 1 million records together. Then the GTA shit happened. I mean, he broke me off a little something, something. I made a movie with it. He didn't like the movie, and the relationship was severed from there. I kind of like showed too much power, if that make any sense. I had his whole staff moving to my drum. He saw that shit. He took one look at that shit, like, what? Absolutely not. Because he sicked his nephews on me to watch me. But the niggas, I recruited them. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. I didn't do this for this. You supposed to watch the nigga. You joining the nigga? So yeah, he wasn't feeling that energy, that leadership energy, you know what I'm saying? So he wanted to keep me diminished. And I think God, honestly, had other plans. Right?
So
my opinion.
You took part in the Grand Theft Auto 5 online.
Yeah, I was the full energy force and source behind that, bro. But they strategically like carved me out of it. Like strategically, bro. It was a cold gambit how I seen it go down. First step was get me out the room. And once I'm out the room, you start seeing my songs disappear off the chalkboard. You got me? Yeah. Because that's how they do it. They have a voting process, right? And if I'm not in there to vote, obviously niggas like, oh, those are all mass records. Erase those, erase that. It ain't like a one day thing. Like you'll look at the board one day, it'll be 4 songs of mine up there. Next day you look, 2 will be gone. Next day you look, another one will be gone. One will be hanging on. And then next thing you look, shit come out, it's not on there. You're like, interesting. Same shit happened with Snoop shit. But with Snoop shit, the missionary shit, I did one record. I told Snoop I did the record because look, Snoop don't even know I know Dr. Dre at this particular time. I've been knowing Snoop since I was 16. He has no idea I know Dr. Dre. I walk in the studio in the middle of them making an album. When I walk in, I'm like, they play me some shit, I'm like, I wrote that. So imagine Snoop's mind, like, first of all, nigga, I didn't even know you knew Dre. Second of all, nigga, you haven't been here one day, nigga, we've been working on this shit for 6 months. There's no way you wrote that. The thing he didn't know is I wrote that the first day I went to Dre's house, nigga. I remember what records I write, boy. Yeah. So, nigga, you gonna remember that one. So, Dre tried to cuss me out about that shit. That was another time where Dre just got at my life. Hey, nigga, you telling niggas you writing shit and you ain't writing shit and they just got at me crap. I'm like, whoa, big dog. Where this energy coming from? Yeah. Left that shit on red. That was my first time in New York. I just landed in New York, nigga. When I got that shit, I was like, that nigga tripping. I went out to New York, had a fabulous time that first night, nigga, in Manhattan. I ran into Mano, nigga, DJ Clue, my nigga Westside Gun, Griselda was happening. But yeah, so when I wake up in the morning, he sends me a text like, hey bro, I apologize. You did write that shit. My bad. So he talked to somebody or looked at his records or whatever he needed to do. Figure out, don't call me no liar, my nigga. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell Snoop Dogg I wrote some shit that I didn't write. I wrote it. Yeah. And then, of course, it's off the album. So, shout out Snoop Dogg.
Shout out to big homie Snoop, man. So now, bro, did you get any credentials for any of the work that you did for Game, Dre, any of them, bro, or just like they just X'd you all the way out?
So the last thing I did is the story of Lucifer. It's a great story. It's Eminem's last album he did, The Death of Slim Shady, track 7, right? The day that I brought my movie to Dre and he shitted on me, I also played him some music. That music ended up being Lucifer, right? So, okay, you don't like my movie, but you took the record and now it's on Eminem. I wasn't even tripping. I didn't trip until I found out he gave my credits to his nephew, who was also there that day, who said not one word through the whole meeting that I got dragged in, right? And he was with me this whole time. Nigga just put his head down. Hold on, the nigga that put his head down now wants to take my credit that I fought for that day? Never. So then I made a big deal out of that. And, you know, that snowballed into some other things. And now here we are today. Story of Lucifer, though. Remember that. That's important, right?
So, because I seen a snippet that was on Instagram.
What you saw?
It was a snippet on Instagram. I believe you was up in L.A. or something with Dre.
Okay.
Like, it was like some years back, probably a year or two ago or some time ago.
Okay.
But the snippet where you asked him about like the Detox album.
Okay.
Okay, so did you and Dre collaborate on this album, or was this like a project that y'all was supposed to collaborate on, that he was supposed to help you release or something? Like, what was going on with the Detox album?
So
Why we been waiting so long for the Detox album, man?
So y'all been waiting on the Detox album for so long because I pretty much am the reason. So look, when I was 15, when I told you I was manifesting Dr. Dre, it wasn't just Dr. Dre. I was manifesting that Detox album. So you start seeing how strong your manifestations are, brother, when you start seeing shit affecting real life that ain't got nothing to do with you, right? So remember, he first announced Detox in 2002, correct? Okay, if he first announced it in 2002, I told you I met Shock G in 2003. So I was 15 years old when he announced it. 16 years old, I meet Shock G, and I've already been manifesting that I have to work on this Detox album with Dr. Dre. I am that album. Like, I just start making that album a part of me. And then when I met Shock G, he made it in stone because he told me to write my first record for Dre. I was like, what you mean? He said, write it right now. The power of your pen as well as your tongue, right? When you write it, you feeling it, you putting emotion into that shit. You got me? So I'm writing the record for Dre as if I can give it to him right now. Obviously, years later, I would be able to give him everything I did prior to that, I was able to give it to him, but that's how I did it. Shock told me to do it now. So I'm writing shit for Detox. So if you look the history of that album, it's been so many false starts, so many singles, so many promises. You put it out? It's in his own. It's been so many false starts on the album, bro. It don't even make no sense. And then they just said he abandoned it. So when I came back in 2020, I didn't say nothing about Detox, y'all. I just start writing records, like I told you, and sending them records. He told me, hey man, this Detox shit shocked the shit out of me, but in my mind, of course it is, because this is prophecy fulfilled. Bless you, brother. This is prophecy fulfilled, because this is what I've been talking about since I was 15. I got to you. I left for 13 years, powered myself up. Now I'm back. Exactly what you need, right when you need it. And what he told me was, you're the inspiration, you're the spark. I was gonna do jazz after this. He was working with Kanye doing that Jesus Is Too before they fell out. They was ready to put it out. And after that, he was gonna do jazz and he was done with hip hop. And he told me I inspired him to wanna get in there again. So when we start making records, he's like, we're working on Detox. And then that turned into, all right, we're gonna do this shit for Grand Theft Auto and get them ready for Detox, all that type of shit. Thank you, brethren. Yeah, so the GTA shit was supposed to lead into the Detox shit. We have our fallout. They do the GTA shit without me. They started doing Missionary with Snoop. So on and so forth. So when me and him got into it, I'm like, well, you got a billionaire sending people to your house with guns. What's your clapback? You either a bitch ass nigga, you going to the police and the feds, like a lot of these niggas would have done, or you do what I did. I say, you know what, I'm just gonna put the fucking album out. Fuck them. Allegedly.
Yeah, so you would be considered the underdog of Daygo, huh?
I would be considered the underdog of rap music. Because, yeah, I've been an intricate part of a lot of behind the scenes shit. And I think it was strategic that they wanted me suppressed. Well, Shock G didn't. Shock G's the one that discovered me. So Shock G always said I was gonna do what I need to do eventually, right? And so before he passed, he knew I was back with Dre. He understood that my mission was underway again, because he thought I abandoned the mission. But Once he saw that I was back with Dre, he was like, oh yeah, no, we right on track. And then his Untimely. So me and him had a really great relationship, brother. R.I.P. to the great one. Guardian angel he was.
Let's go ahead and jump into this no jumper Daygo situation, man.
Come on, man.
Adam 22, when he spoke on Daygo, saying that there was no talent coming out of Daygo. You know, we all seen the interview with Mitchy Slick. Mitchy Slick came up there.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that whole interview?
Well, before we even get into that, I want to say what jumped it off was Mitchy Slick did post the original clip, right? That didn't jump it off. What jumped it off was my nigga KO, Hustle, took that clip and put some narrative on it. And he said, I asked ChatGPT about San Diego rappers and then gave him a list. And I was on it, he was on it, J.O., Mitchy, Ralph Stone, Lil Weirdo, a couple other people. When Adam responded, he responded from ChatGPT, but they cut the fact that it was from my boy KO because he got problems with Wack 100 and I got problems with Wack 100. So Wack 100 already said, okay, this Daygo conversation is gonna get touchy, but make sure those two niggas get no shine out of it. So that was off top. You gotta know, we tripping with Wack 100. So already knew the play.
So what's the issue with Wack?
Wack 100, bro, has been disrespecting Tupac Shakur legacy for a long time. And literally nobody from the family didn't say nothing, nobody from the Outlaws. Niggas is just letting this happen. And I come from an era where you ride for your people, and Tupac is my people. You know what I mean? His whole family, I know his fam. His mama cried on my shoulders, my nigga, when I met her. Feel me? So he was a part of my crew. That's not finna happen. And all I needed was just a little bit of a platform and voice to speak my opinions on him, and I was gonna give it to him. And I've been around him. Feel me? And there were game I've been around this man. So, yeah, man. I just cranked it up on him, bro. Cranked the heat up on Wack. And I definitely don't like the way he controls the Daygo narrative for LA. He's like the liaison between Daygo and LA, but always keeping us like he's controlling us. Like, the fuck? So Mitchy Slick is one of my good homies. Mitchy Slick is one of my good homies. You feel me? So he reached out to me before he went to No Jumper. He was just like, Mass, what's going on? I told him what was going on, and he never responded back. I knew something was up. Then I seen a picture go up with him and Wack. I'm like, okay, there's about to be some bullshit. Then he sat down with Wack, and I just wasn't feeling it from beginning, from bell to bell, nigga. I wasn't fucking with the interview because I already knew you niggas is talking about Daygo greatness and not gonna say my name. That's gonna piss me off. And the first thing he said was, I ain't mentioning nobody's name. And then they continued to mention niggas' names throughout the whole interview, but not mention the ones that really cracked this whole shit off. So I feel like they trying to control the narrative. So in my opinion, I felt like it need to be a civil war in Daygo where we figure out what's going on out here, because end of the day, I don't feel the hierarchies have been putting niggas in position. I'm a type of nigga that's gonna put everybody in position. That's what I do. So niggas in LA do not bring niggas around Dre. It's like, nigga, he's like the Messiah, right? You do not bring niggas around. I brought all my niggas around. Feel me? Any niggas that want to like really push a line, I'm like, nigga, we trying to meet, nigga, let's go. This event happening, this event happening. I've never been invited to no events. I pop up. I've never been invited to nothing. I want you to know that.
So there's a lot of there's a lot of narratives going around about the San Diego artists and stuff like that.
Right.
Shit, Mitchy said he wasn't gonna drop no Daygo artist, but he did. He dropped a couple.
For sure.
You go ahead and give your artists, you know what I mean, some artists that you know that's putting on for the city. You know what I mean? Even the underdogs, man, because you know Daygo got a long list of.
It's a lot of them, bro.
Long
It's a lot of them, bro. But look, you know, I rock with guys like Tiny Dude. I always felt like he had something to say. I always felt like guys like TC3, TC4, they don't get talked about a lot because, you know, it's a primarily blood dominant city. So those guys don't get no shine. You got guys like Play B, of course, THC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I shout out Siete Gang, they doing their thing. Don Elway, my nigga Don's the hottest, they doing their thing. You know what I mean? Who else? Ryan Anthony, of course. You know what I mean?
What you think about Kill Switch?
I like Kill Switch too. I know Kill Switch. Yeah, I ain't heard nothing from him in a while.
Yeah, he down right now.
That's what I was thinking. I literally was just like 2 weeks ago. I was talking to somebody like, "Is Kill down?" I ain't heard from that nigga. He used to be at the beat shop and shit. I ain't seen him slide through there neither. So I was like, "Yeah, free Kill, man, for sure." There's a lot of talent in the city, bro. You just gotta get in here and find your taste.
Oh yeah, what you call it? B3 Glizzy?
B3 Gliz. I definitely like B3 Gliz. That nigga KO Hustle, he doing his thing. You know what I mean? It's a lot of niggas, man. Damu. Hey, listen, Cricket is probably one of the biggest slept-on legends we got. You hear me? Shout out my nigga Cricket, for real. That nigga's a big inspiration to me. That's my big homie. You know what I mean? Through all these trials and tribulations and shit, my nigga Cricket been right there, you know what I mean, holding me down and shit. So that's a real nigga right there. You feel me? He didn't abandon the nigga when shit got tight for a nigga. Cause he already been on the tip of fuck them, not fuck LA, but the niggas who running shit, yeah, that's not cool. We're not fucking with that part of LA.
I mean, well, it's how I look at it, like, and a lot of people on the internet will say, Adam 22, he get a lot of this shit stirred up in LA. He's not even from LA. He's from New Hampshire or something.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
New Mexico or some shit.
Do you think if Daygo came together as a whole, and how do you think that would be?
Well, first, like I said, the guys right now, when you mention San Diego, they're gonna mention 2 of 3 people, right? Okay, within those 2 or 3 people, have any of them did anything to put even the niggas that's in their immediate circle on in position to do anything in hip hop? They haven't, right? Because they feel like they haven't made it to where they want to be. Therefore, they're not trying to spend their time trying to help another artist come up, right? And I get that mentality, you know what I mean? But that's what keeps us a crab in the barrel, right? My mentality is one hand wash the other, nigga. If this nigga got the plugs and all that and he's willing to share them, nigga, we rallying behind this nigga. Period. Right? Whoever got the juice and the sauce, that's who we rally behind. They don't have that mentality. Rally behind me. Blood. Rally behind me, cuz. And then no other bloods or cousins can even come up under that the way they need to. They're gonna be suppressed to the point. Because Mitchy does try to push his homies. Shout out my nigga Eddie Mack. You know what I mean? But it's gonna come to a point. Shout out my nigga Oso. Ocean just went and joined the Navy, my nigga. Right? Shout out my nigga. But that nigga got one of the hottest songs in Daygo history, nigga Imperial. How did you not see a way in this rap shit? And your big homies Mitchy Slick and y'all got the biggest, you know what I mean? That's crazy, right? Different ways. But if Mitchy was putting that nigga in the right position, he wouldn't have made that move, bro. My opinion. You know what I mean? He grown man, he do whatever he want to do. You know what I mean? But come on, big dog. Mitchy for sure is in a position that Oso could have been doing Imperial every night somewhere. If they did it right? If it was a push like that. All right.
Well, shit, man. Well, yeah, man, it's been good sitting down chopping with you, man. So shit, let us know when the next album coming out.
It should be coming out midnight, my nigga. That should be that Revelations, yeah. That Dre diss album, you know what I mean? Got the Dre diss. Also, look, the whole idea was, bro, on Pac's birthday, I was trying to drop 4 albums. But Empire had the shit, like some covers, it was some issues going into it. So they ended up just dropping 1 30 years later. But that's probably the one I wanted y'all to hear first anyway. But since then, Caution dropped. Caution Euthanasia with R.P. Gonzo. We did that before his death. And we kind of had a falling out, so he retracted the album. So I just got all the rights and everything to go ahead and push that through. So that just came out yesterday. The Revelation's gonna come out, and then Rainy Days in Southern Cali is gonna be the last one. Then I'm dropping every month from there. Yeah, we turning it up.
Let all the fans know where to follow you, bro.
Come on, man. Y'all already know the business, man. At Mass or Die. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere on social media. But you can just Google me, chat GPT me, man. MassV. The Machiavelli always saying something vicious. Every time. You can guarantee it. You feel me? Hey, listen. The bad gods never win, my nigga. You gotta put God first. God is for sure real. He back and he tripping. You feel me? And evil finna get what it got coming to it. You feel me? So you gotta make sure everybody prayed up. You know what I mean? Everybody repented up and get ready for the rapture, baby. That's what it is.
It's been good chopping with you.
You know I love you, nigga. Anytime, nigga.
Love you too.
Come on, bro.